never lost our sense of what's truly important. The great taste of Charleston Chew.
It's gonna be terrible.
Hello and welcome to Best of the Bottom. We're bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. I am the Reverend JP, and this is not muted. This is still muted. This is you're unmuted. I need to get better at that, but
It's fine. The introduction part is my least favorite part of the whole experience. So
yeah, well,
Diane.
But it looks like Vegas is in the chat. I can see it on this chat, but not on that chat.
Yeah, I have it set up on my phone so I can see because I was like, I don't think I'm seeing everything.
But we are here.
Hello.
And what we like to do is read cheap booze. We give a review. We talk about all kinds of stuff. We have a Florida Man segment where I read a Florida Man headline and I make up the story. We got we do some booze in the news, and then we just rant because we drink cheap booze, so you can too. Yes, that's what we do here. This is my TV voice right there.
It's beautiful. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
One of the things we do to get things officially started here is we have a little thing that I'm not on the right screen for. But it is called the bag of shit. Dude! What the fuck? Hang on.
Dude!
You see, in this bag, we have our destiny, our feet. Our feet? Our fate! It is upon us. We shall delve deep into the caverns of this doom bag, and we will grasp what is laid before us. The good, the bad, the indifferent. We are going to rue or enjoy this. Who knows? And Diane?
I'm not. I already know him. Bag of Doom fucking hates me.
Reach in there. I shall grab my fate by the pineapples.
We need a,
pineapples.
Peaches. I'm grabbing fate by the peaches.
I see that. And you know what? This thing is still not updating in my chat. Is there a weird disconnect going on here? Because Vegas said hi, and I see nothing in the chat box here. Does this come across? Let's see. Fuck, well, I figure this out.
Oh, sorry. I forget that,
That showed up. Okay. That showed up now. Okay. Whatever was happening has been resolved. I think it was a glitch on the Twitch end. But now, the pineapples. And what did you get? Peaches?
Peaches.
Millions of peaches. Peaches for free.
That's a good song. I know we've talked about it before, but that's a good song.
It's a great song.
It's on my driving playlist.
I guess Sup Peeps helped. I don't know. That's the secret code word for Twitch to like, oh shit, we're fucking up. Sup Peeps? Gotcha. All right. Waiting
Hold
for
on, hold
Dan.
on. It's like I got it like unhooked from the thing, but it's all twirling together.
Yeah, I think one of them sprung a leak because some of them were like sticky and weird. So I think there's a broken shot in there, and it's going to be a disappointment later. Much like the one that I found that might have been tampered with. Oh shit! I just realized I'm missing something. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. Cheers to people loving whoever the hell they want to love. And, it's Pride Month. So quit being dicks, people. There we go.
I really don't like these peach
Although
99 bananas.
I feel like frequently my message is quit being dicks, people. If
Yeah.
anything, I am consistent.
It's a pretty good,
I mean, it's a simple model to live by. Just don't be a dick for no reason. Because there is times you need to be a dick. But, like if somebody comes at you sideways and you need to be like, hey man, I'm not going to take that. You can be a dick. You can be a dick in a way that makes it sound like you're being nice. But, just hating on people for no reason, that is the wrong kind of dickery that I do not approve of. There we go.
Ooh.
Was that message clear? Because I don't know if it was.
Got it.
All right. I need to get more stuff besides 99. We always end up with 99s in the bag of doom. Which, granted, that is the most doomiest shot you can take is a 99 next to Everclear.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be some great misery to have in here. If they had Everclear and shooters like this.
We'll have to buy a bottle.
We should. We should buy a bottle and refill some of these.
Yeah.
But we need to refill it and make it to where it looks like the seal hasn't cracked. So that way you are suffering real disappointment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I would have real disappointment. Actually, I don't know. It depends on, some days are like Everclear bag of doom days, where you're just like, fuck yeah, you know what I need? A shot of
Yeah.
Everclear.
Thank you. Now, it is time to get things going with where'd you go? There it is. Florida Man. This week's adventures of Florida Man. Florida Man 77 punches friend 84 in the face during a round of golf at the Villages. You see, these two blokes were good friends for years, childhood friends. They grew up down the street. Yeah, there's a 7-year age difference, but they just grew up close. They went to the same schools. They hung out for years. They went to college, the same colleges. They got the same working at the same jobs together. They were working at a little advertising firm. They were making some money. They got married. They married a couple of sisters. They were really close for years. Unfortunately, both of them lost their wives recently. And they were out playing around at golf, just talking about the good old days and what great friends they are and how they shared so many special bonds. The adventures of skinny dipping in the creek down the way, and when good old Toby swung across and landed on a gator. Luckily, he survived. He lost one testicle, but he's still alive. And they were just having a lovely time talking about the days of yore. And they got to talking about the one girl that got away from both of them. And they started blaming each other. And they got into a fight. And next thing you know, someone gets punched in the face. And they start swinging. And they're tussling. And they're rolling across the grass. And then suddenly, their eyes lock. And they realize they've been more than friends all this time. And they embrace. And they kiss. And they realize the reason why they've never grown apart. And the reason why they always dated the same girls. And the reason they married sisters is so they could always be close to each other, and realized they had a passionate love for each other. And after this tussle, they laughed about the black eye. They put ice on it. They enjoyed some drinks, and they finally realized their true love. They have been true soulmates all these years, but due to social normative efforts, they have repressed their real feelings. They later on embarked in a glorious wedding, and they took a nice little cruise off to Cancun and the Bahamas, and it was joyous. They brought all their friends, and they all celebrated, and everybody lived happily ever after. I just felt like I needed a happy ending, Florida Man. No meth, no drugs, no booze, mild violence that turned into unrequited love. And that is the beauty of life, and the perils and the struggles and the chaos that we live in. Sometimes what you've been looking for has been in front of you all along. Thoughts?
I mean, what do you say about art? Beauty.
Art is a guy with no arms and legs hanging on a wall.
God bless him, God bless him.
What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs laying in a pile of leaves? Russell.
Mm.
What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs laying in front of a door? Matt. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs? Floating in the middle of the ocean. Bob.
Bob. I know that.
There you go.
Bobbert.
Two guys walk into a bar. The third one ducked. Two guys walk into a bar. One needs stitches. One guy walks into a bar. Says, ouch. The end. Thank you. Thank you.
I imagine everybody's clapping at home too. They're probably like, yes.
Encore.
Encore.
Why am I not playing the theaters? I don't understand it. It's gold. Gold!
One more time.
Dan, I think it's time to get into what we're supposed to be drinking tonight. And tonight, we are drinking Absolut Pineapple Martini. It's a ready-to-drink cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
It's 10% ABV. The 4-packs are about $11 and some change. It's a little pricey, but you know what? The 99 seltzers are about the same price. And these are actually 0.1% higher ABV. And it's got a fancy can. You gotta love a bougie can every once in a while. I'm just saying.
What's that one drink? It's like something chicks. Or maybe it just reminds me of chicks. It's like 2 chicks. It looks really cute. It's like it comes in a thing like this, and then it's like floral, and it's like pear or something.
Oh,
Is that what it's called?
it's pear, whatever. It's the same brand. It's Absolute.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
I can't be bothered to internet, so
it's
I'll
yeah,
concede.
it's
I think it is. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's Absolute, but it's like pear and some floral shit.
Yeah, well, very tasty. Perfect. I drank too much the night before and I need like something or else I will die. Just tasty. Cold. You have to drink them cold.
Is
I
yours not
don't
cold again?
No. I mean, yeah, of course not. See, I that's why I mentioned you have to drink them cold because I don't drink shit cold. I don't care. But like when you have those things cold, it is so refreshing and delicious and just delightful. Warm, it's like still pretty tasty, but cold is worth it. These, I don't know if they're worth it.
No, find out. I was expecting this to be carbonated.
I thought it was going to be carbonated too, and it was so devastating.
It like threw me off. I was like, what the fuck just happened to my mouth?
Yeah, my brain's fucked up. It fucked up my brain. I seriously almost spit it back out.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's like when you leave a soda, like you forgot you had a soda overnight, and like you get a new one, and then you like grab one because you think it's full, and then you think it's like new, and then it's like, yeah, I waste sodas. I just revealed that. I'm sorry, but but that's what it is, and then you just spit it out because it's just flat grossness.
I mean the flavor's fine. It just
Yeah, it's just like I expected something else. It's not the alcohol's fault. I'm gonna
I
have to
think
just recalibrate.
I know. I feel like the problem is so many things that come in a can, you expect carbonation. And when it's not carbonated, it just throws you off.
It's like when you pick up a drink and you think it's a certain flavor, and when it's not that flavor you expect, it tastes like the most disgusting thing in the world. And then you realize, oh, that's Sprite. I was expecting a Coke, but that's Sprite.
But it is pretty fucking delicious. It is delicious. Is it what I expected? Not even close.
I don't know about delicious, bro.
I'm enjoying it. I think it's great. Of course, okay.
It just tastes like a flat thing, though, also in flavor.
All right, story time. Story time.
Okay.
Okay, so this I'm getting memories back from this, okay? So back in the day in high school, before I'd take off to class, grandma had these little like this like martini stuff. It was like vermouth and some other stuff. But she had this like these beverages. And I would get into the pantry and I would take a couple sips of it right before I dashed off to school to go hang out and go smoke some weed and skip school and do the things you're not supposed to do as a youth. And like when I drink this, all those memories just come rushing back. Just getting to the pantry, taking a little sip of this, a little sip of that. Like, because I was, which eventually I was found out anyways, because you can only do it for so long before the bottles start going empty. But I would just take a little sip of this, a little sip of that until I caught just the right buzz. And maybe like a little swig of the Granny Kegger, the little uh Franzia wine box in there. So I'd take that. But one of the things I remember enjoying the most was this little like martini stuff that she had in there. It was like essentially made where you could just like quickly just pour it in, throw an olive, and you got a martini. And that's what I'm gotten here with a hint of pineapple. And you know what? It's fucking delightful and nostalgic. Like this is like watching the Ninja Turtles, the G.I. Joe, Batman animated series collaboration or something. It was so much fun. But were you ever on the wagon? Wait, no, when you're sober, you're on the wagon, right? And
Yeah.
then you fall off the wagon when you start drinking again.
Yeah. Off the wagon.
Yeah.
That's the term.
But yes, that's what this reminds me of, and it makes me happy. So are you coming over here to piss on my joy?
I mean,
Mhm.
I was gonna come back with a high school drinking thing of my own.
Mm.
Sorry. For us, it was grape. It was beer and Welch's grape juice.
That's a combination.
Why? I don't know. We were trying to make the beer more palatable, I guess. It was like fuck. Bush. That's what Lon was drinking at the time. Bush and Welch's grape juice.
Grape juice.
And we did that. We used to just mix shit together. We me and my friend got drunk in class, passing around a bottle of just like booze. Not a bottle of booze, but it was like a bottle, and it was filled with booze.
Yeah.
And then one time we drank at my house, and then we walked back to school with like a Sunny D thing full of like tequila and Sunny D. And we just drank. I had a free period, so everybody just like passed it around. We all drank as we walked back to class, and then I walked off with the Sunny D, and nobody said shit about shit. Not trying to be a bad influence, but that was my high school. We're talking like it's been over 10 years, pretty much.
My high school started in the 90s, so
It was just crazy. Like I think about it because like this was before my mom learned she couldn't have like just liquor or anything just hanging around, you know?
Yeah.
Like yeah, like when I was in high she learned like she can't have large quantities of booze or else I was just I was a disaster. I was a crazy kid.
I'm 90% sure I might have been a bigger disaster than you.
Oh, I've heard stories. Don't worry. I've heard stories. If you want to win that contest, honey, I will hand you the prize because I've heard stories. I was pretty bad. I always feel bad about that because it's just like I don't know. In the time, everything feels justified, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's like you grow up and you're just like, Jesus. Why didn't somebody take me out back and just shoot me?
I'm contemplating the one issue with this beverage is because it has no carbonation. I just want to I just want to chug it and just keep going through them. Like, because there's no, like, at least carbonation provides some resistance. So you have to really fight for that buzz. This has no resistance, which I haven't decided if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Because the only reason why I say it's a bad thing is you don't want to be that guy at the party where, like, you just get there and next thing you know, you're passed out on the couch and you got dicks all over your forehead, drawn and figuratively or literally. I mean, maybe you do.
Figuratively.
I don't know. Maybe
you just woke up and it was like, never mind.
I'm just saying that, like, it might be too easy to drink.
No,
But
here's where I disagree, because I kind of agree with you. You want to chug it, but you want to chug it because it's gross.
Yeah.
And you want to get it over with. And it's flat because it tastes, I don't know, it's the can. I swear to God, I've been mind tricked. Like, it's just, if I knew it wasn't carbonated before, I could have prepared myself. But like, I really expected it to be carbonated, and my brain instantly, like, I seriously almost spit it back out.
Put it in a cup.
I won't put it in a cup. I don't have a clean cup.
Like you haven't drank cat hair before.
My cup's way over there.
Oh. Fine. I mean, but they have Hawaiian Punch in a can.
If I put it in a cup, this would be chuggable, more chuggable, and I would get through this pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But I put sometimes, because Four Locos are disgusting, I drink them with very little pride.
Yeah.
Pride nonetheless. But like, if you put it in, like, I have that chalice. It's like, just pour that in there, chug a chalice.
You know what I feel like? This is my thought. The packaging's all wrong for this one. This needs to be in a bottle. This needs to be in a bottle next to your margarita mixes.
Yeah, like a Bacardi.
And all that stuff. And it would fit right in. This can be in a glass bottle. This can be in the glass bottle because it's one step above the plastic.
Kind of tastes like a tea to me. Like just a tea.
I think that's because it's in a can and it's making you reminiscent of Lipton. That's
Lipton.
But this is a pleasant experience. And the can is also lovely. Like I like the floralness, and like the colors pop. It like draws my eyes to it. Like part of the reason why I bought it is I run to Walmart. I had a different plan. There was a different beverage I was going to get because they got something at Kelly that comes in a 4-pack like this, but it's I don't remember if it's Korean or Japanese, but it looked interesting, and it also had that same eye appeal that this can does and the 4-pack does. And I was gonna get that originally, but I decided since I'm already at Walmart, I need to get some laundry detergent and some cat litter. You know, let's just go ahead and just walk on up to the liquor aisle, see what they got, and the package caught my eye, and I do remember. I'm pretty sure. Is it? It made me. It reminded me of that pear one. I think it's like a pear hibiscus or pear flowery shit.
Yeah. And
that's what this made me think of. And I remember how lovely and light and I'm not sure those are. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure they are Absolut. They might be, but I'm not sure.
Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second.
I just felt like there was joy at the bottom of this can. And you know what? It's true. And I do, and honestly, I like Absolut. It's one of my favorite vodkas next to Sobieski. Usually my go-to thing when I go to a bar, if I'm going for a mixed drink, I'll get like an Absolut and whatever. Like my gym rat drink is Absolut.
Why did I think that was going to work? Vodka, elderflower, and pear. 2 chicks.
Oh, yes. Yes. So does 2 chicks.
2 broads.
Ah, but yes, this has a two chicks vibe, but it's absolute. The only thing that threw me off is like I don't know why I thought it would be carbonated because it says flat out on here pineapple martini. Martinis are not a carbonated beverage. I don't know what made me think this was carbonated.
It's the can. It's just the can. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's true. It's
I
gotta
just
be.
thought it was gonna be. I don't know. Yeah, it
It's
doesn't taste like pineapple, and I'm so thankful for that.
what there is a lot. There is a lovely light pineapple to this.
Light keyword, teeny tiny, barely there, more than tolerable.
But the most important thing is this. Okay, this reminds me of waking up in the morning. Nobody's home. Mom's teaching at the school. You kids are off at school. Grandma and grandpa are at Elephant Butte doing their camp host thing. It's just me getting up in the morning, taking a nice long shower, laying down across the bathroom counter because this is the time when I had the shorter hair, but it was dyed red, and it like I would spike it up like I was Super Saiyan, and I'd lay down there and I'd do the hairspray and the gel, and I'd have to use the blow dryer until it like stayed. And then once it stayed, then I'd go out to the kitchen. Grandma had some Kahlua, some vodka. Like there was a small little liquor cabinet, and one of the things was like this little martini mix thing, and I'd just pour that in there. It had X amount of vodka. I'd pour a little bit of that. I'd make me a screwdriver and a White Russian because Big Lebowski, and I'd head off to school with just this nice, light, lovely little buzz. Sometimes, if I needed to, I'd get like a little cup, put just a touch of wine in it, and I'd drink it on my way, put it in my backpack. I'd walk through the front of the school, walk to the church parking lot next door, meet up with my homies. We decide where we're skipping. Usually go back to my house because nobody was there. We'd smoke weed, walk back at the end of eighth period. It was lovely times. That's what this is recapturing for me right now in this moment. I remember chilling with Brandy and Alan.
Well, fuck. I mean, nostalgia is gonna be whatever the fuck this is any day of the week.
I know. I'm sorry, but right now this is really climbing high. This is climbing high in my books really fast. Just it's captured memories in a flavor, and that might not be the same for the rest of you. Okay. Now, if you didn't go to high school and chill with the same people I did and do the same reckless things I used to do, you're not going to recapture your youth like I am. And somehow, Absolute has found all the flavors in my life that I enjoyed at that point in time, in that time period, and it's in this can. The only
Nice.
flavor that's missing is weed.
They'll get there. They'll get there.
True, true.
Um,
That's just my
is that a thing that's like possible? Like a alcohol weed hybrid, or is there like definitely rules about that?
now. Me and Kurt were talking about this the other day. So he had come across this. It was a YouTube channel or TikTok, but there was this older lady, and she made wine with cannabis. So she'd have wine, and she'd throw some buds in there and ferment, and it'd be cannabis wine. But I do know for a fact that a lot of states have laws that, like, if you have a cannabis dispensary, you you can't sell liquor there, or like you couldn't have like a bar that also has weed stuff and liquor. It just It's just semantics. It's just law.
I mean, it's fair. It's fair.
I
But
get it. I get it. You don't want to be getting
yeah, it's
crossfaded
one
and
of
stuff.
those things where I'm like, I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it because people get fucked up. People get fucked up just drunk. They could.
Yeah.
We have a term for it, crossfaded.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's what I just
it's
said.
a whole
Crossfaded.
different thing.
And I spent a good chunk of my high school years crossfaded. Do I recommend it? No. Did I have a lot of fun personally? Yes. Did I somehow survive it? Yes. Is there many times I probably should have died? Yes. Was it responsible? No. But I don't know. Miracles happen.
Once in a while,
Mhm.
if you believe.
In Cthulhu, or I don't know, fucking Ganesh, Buddha, fucking Tom Cruise, uh, you know, whatever it is, that deity might things happen. Odin, Zeus, what have you. Although I was watching TikTok, I just want to share it with you. This guy was talking about Christianity, and this guy was saying, it was like it was a stitch, and the lady says, "Why don't you believe in the Christian God?" And he said, "Well, probably the same reason why you don't believe in the thousands of gods that came before it." And he said, "I'm just saying, Odin promised to get rid of all the frost giants, and Jesus said he's going to get rid of all the sinners. I don't see any frost giants now, do I?" There you go. Odin. I don't know. Take it as you will. I just want to share that with you. I'm having a gay old time.
I don't know what it is with me and clapping today. I've been angry clapping.
Been happy clapping.
Happy clapping. I've been awkward clapping.
It's better than don't make me start clapping. Because that's, things are going sideways then. And we don't like things sideways. Maybe crooked, horizontal, but not sideways.
Don't tell me what I like.
Okay, I apologize.
No, I don't know. I'm a clappy person today. That's all I can say.
Woohoo!
I think it tastes like a tea. Honestly, I think it tastes like a tea.
Are you supposed to shake these? Because that last, I think the alcohol sunk to the bottom. Wait, that doesn't make sense though. Wait, no. Didn't see. Hang on.
Don't ask me about.
No, yes, that makes sense. Alcohol goes to the bottom. The denser stuff goes to the top. Oil, water, vinegar, booze, science. This, I might have needed to shake this. Maybe that's why the top part was so delightful. The bottom part, I went, woo! Yeah, the bottom is stronger. Probably should have shook this.
This all of a sudden explodes. Like carbonation all of a sudden was found.
It would be great.
It would not be great.
But we are 43 minutes into this, and we haven't even done booze in the news. How have we? I feel like we just started. We're 43 minutes in. We haven't got to booze in the news. So you know what? Booze in the news. Now I had debated. There was booze in the news. You know, I'm gonna do both stories, even though I only have one pulled up. There were some fans at a baseball team game that made a pyramid of beer cups, and an usher came and just kicked it down. What the fuck is that? I just felt, oh, it was at Wrigley Field. I knew that. It was Chicago. But fans built a pyramid during a Cubs game of beer cups, and an usher just kicked it down. What the fuck is that about? What the fuck? That's all I wanted to say about it. I'm just saying, like, you got some people come together. They're doing great things. They built, it was a massive, you know what? Hang on. Let me see if I can find a image of it.
Oh, dude, it is a delight.
Like, it's just,
It's delightful.
like,
You know, because honestly, if that happened to me, but that's just how I am, that I would laugh so fucking hard. Because that's hilarious.
oh,
That's
there's a
hilarious.
video. There's a video. Hang on.
There
hang
is
on.
a video.
There's a video. There's a video.
You
Hang
haven't
on.
seen it?
Did you saw the video?
Yes.
Oh shit. I did something wrong. That's not what I want to do.
Can you hear coconut?
No.
Oh, you can? Good.
We've had a couple opportunities in that.
Oh, wait, hang on. Game. I might need to do this. And this. And then let's do this again. Oh no! Hang on. Let's redo this. Hang on. Look at this thing. It's fucking glorious. Oh shit. Why aren't you?
We've had a couple opportunities tonight to really
no,
this game.
Oh, this is a different one. This one isn't as fun because he seems like a douche. That's a real doucher.
Yeah, look at that.
That's a fuck you.
It wasn't even in the way. It was like the community came together at a baseball game and did great things. They built this pyramid and this fucker just kicked it down. He just fucked it up.
Okay. So.
That was not delightful.
What this is like the equivalent to me is one time there was a frog stuck in an irrigation ditch. And none of us wanted to take it out. So we stacked rocks up on this thing so the frog could get up. And he was fucking using them. And he was doing it. And he was like, he was pretty much getting up there. We needed a couple more rocks. And this guy just saw us adding rocks to the thing. And he was just like, you kids need to get out of here. And he was like, good idea. But like, stop fucking putting the rock. But the rocks were already there. We weren't taking them from anywhere else.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to pick up the frog though. And the frog was like, yo, dude, I'm more than happy to use this fucking contraption, like this, like rock bridge. And we were so close to getting him there. And then this dude just came and he was like, stop that.
He's probably a Republican.
He said, good idea. Like he was just, he acknowledged that was smart if we didn't want to touch the frog. But he was like, you kids get the fuck out of here.
Man, I would have been like, at least I would have been like, oh, hey, you got to go. And I would have picked up the frog and put it up there.
Because we were just standing there and he could not, like, the frog could not get out. But we were all like, we're not touching this frog. Like, So we just kept like we went from over here over there, and we just kept dropping them on top of each other, and then it just because a lot of them were pretty flat, and it just like he just came over and was like, because I think he yelled at us first before he knew what we were doing, and then he was also like, but he also gave us cred for like being like, yeah, that frog was gonna get out of this place if I let you keep doing what you were doing, but not anymore. Not anymore.
What a dick.
But that's
Well-
what I imagined the knocking over of the cops was.
I really hope at least once you guys left, he picked up the frog and brought it out. Like, there's no need to piss
Because
on your parade.
we were it was me and my sister and then your children over at Granny's house. But everybody was like younger. And never there was just like, oh, the frog's trying to get out. And me and Deborah being the older ones, like, I'm not picking up that frog. Like, like whatever. Like we were pretty young still, but it was just like, yeah. We weren't adding anything that wasn't there, but the dude was just saw us like jumping in and out of the thing, and he was like,
Get out of here, kids.
yeah, and then he saw what we were doing, and he was just like, oh. But also, get the fuck out of there.
Well, I would say the Pyramid Cup guy was a bigger dick because he just walked over, knocked that shit over, and there was a community building around that pyramid.
If he would have done it with a smirk and a smile, I would enjoy it more.
Yeah.
But I think he was really upset about the Pyramid Cup. He was just like, we take pride in keeping our stadium dirty. Look at you piling all this trash up.
Like, I would get it, like, if, like, I could understand like, if they were building it, like, on the steps, but it wasn't there. Like, there was no need for that. There was no need for that kind of heinous behavior upon that. I hope that, honestly, I hope that pensioner got fired. I hope he cannot afford his Viagra anymore. I hope his old lady is devastated and she goes and she becomes a sugar mama for Tony down the block who's trying to pay off his college bills and takes half of what that piece of shit has and gave it to Tony, and now he's living large. She became his sugar mama and he just has to give it to her raw twice a week, and now he has his college tuition paid.
Justin, you don't have to believe in karma. You don't have to believe in speaking things into existence. But that's bad juju, sir.
That is not
That's
bad
juju.
He started the juju. The juju rolls downhill. No, wait. That's not what
exactly.
I mean.
You just jujued yourself all bad. Ooh, rolling in the bad juju.
No, he's the one that broke up unity and happiness, which we need in this country more than anything right now. He is the problem with America.
Mm.
He's a symbol of the problem. He wants to destroy unity. That's what he wants.
I mean, I believe all that, but you know.
He's a Trump supporter.
I don't know.
A new study shows that the elderly that drink heavily recover better from surgeries.
Is this booze in the news?
This is still booze in the news. This comes from the New York Post. I also found some other articles, but there was some studies done over in Europe that consisted of people 60 and older. Oh, I don't need to have all that stuff up there. But it says older boozers recover faster than teetotalers from surgery. So this
because they're used to running through life, fucking
this
bruised shins, elbows scraped, fucking.
this
They're used to taking the damage of a heavy night of drinking. What's a
stud-
little surgery?
this study comes from the University Hospital of Bonn, Germany. They took 628 aging patients, and the lead author Vera Gutenhaler. Higher alcohol consumption may lead to elevated mood, enhanced social ability, and reduced stress. UK experts say alcohol is unlikely to cause better health, but healthier people drink more because they can. So, if you're elderly, you need that knee replacement, pound down some vodka the night before, as long as you're within your window, because you don't want to be vomiting, aspirate, and die. But proper irresponsible drinking at the right time is beneficial to your health if you're having surgery and you're 60 and older. That's what the study says, according to 628 aging patients. That's my booze in the news. Don't be a dick and kick down cups and support Trump and be the symbol of everything wrong in America. And if you are old and you need a hip replacement, booze is a way to go. Thoughts?
I have thoughts, but that hit too close to home.
But we live in the same home, so sort of. Well, we did once.
Well, not at all, but like.
All right.
Until you were like 17, 18. I was 8 years old.
Deborah lived with me.
Yeah, she did. Her cats still have PTSD.
I can find a spare room. You
can't right now. Your house is full.
There's still one room that's empty.
You think that, but that's storage.
Kind
you
of.
and I both know that.
I can store you there. Anyways, I want to bring
I require very little space.
I want to bring this back around.
I've slept in the closet.
And this is bigger than a closet. This is bigger than a closet. But I want to bring this back around to it's Pride Month. We talked about all kinds of shit. I don't want my thumbnail to just be queer bait and clickbait. I want to actually get to some actual stuff. This actually comes from an article from Fox News, which I think they were trying to get people outraged, but to me, it came across somewhat wholesome. But you remember being in school and Pizza Hut would do the thing to get you to read books, and you'd like once you won so many books, you win some free pizza from Pizza Hut.
You're darn tootin' I do.
Oh, I remember it well too. I never read enough books to get the pizza, but I still got the coupon.
You're talking to like Battle of the Books.
Yes, Battle of the Books. That's what
never even won.
But Pizza Hut features drag kids books for children as young as kindergarten. Bum, bum, bum. That's what they're trying to do with this headline from Fox News. But the story reads kind of as a matter of fact. It's called Big Wig. It's basically about a kid that's young, although it's kind of a weird message, seeing as how they're participating in drag shows, but like I don't support the whole idea of children in pageants in general, but the idea that this kid has a wig and it's he's trying to be true to what he feels, at least at the time. You know, kids go through all kinds of different things. They're growing, they're figuring out themselves out. They want to dress like a girl and they're a boy, do what they want to do. You're a girl, want to dress like a boy, do what you want to do. You know, don't shame them, let them do their thing. I wore women's clothes frequently as a kid. I painted my entire body with Avon lipstick. I don't know why, but it was there. I started with putting on lipstick, and the next thing you know, I was maroon from head to toe. Mom was pissed because I took all of her samples of Avon lipstick and I covered my entire body with it. But you know what? I am well adjusted now. I am adjusted now. I am functioning as an adult. I am existing now as an adult that is 90% adjusted. But the point is this book is trying to give kids confused about things. Maybe they have two mommies, maybe they have two daddies, maybe so much stuff is going on. The world is there's so much going on. But this is a way to let these kids kind of see that there's nothing wrong with that. The this kid wears a wig. He's the wig actually feels inferior because there's other wigs that are better, and eventually comes to realize I'm just as good as the others. The kid, the wig, they all learn life lessons from what I'm getting from what this article's saying. I haven't read the book, but I'm kind of curious to read it now.
The kid, the wig.
But there's life lessons to be learned about being your true self and being happy in your own skin. And that's what we need. I'm sure Fox News is probably something about the gay agenda. I don't know. I can't find my gay agenda here. I've been looking for it, but there's so much stuff in this little podcast room. I don't know how to um, spread my gay agenda words here because, you just find things out and I can't find it. It's somewhere here. But, I made the mistake. I lost my gay agenda. I forgot how to put it back out into the world. I'm not good at social media. I'm failing. I'm failing the gay agenda here. But the Fox News, from what I think they're trying to make an outrageous statement, I think it's fine. If you don't want your kids to read this book, you know what you don't have to do? Don't have them read this book. The Battle of the Books has a shit ton of books in there. You don't have to have your kids read this book.
It. Oh, what a topic. 'Cause you know what? We talked about No David before, but I have No David. And we could easily talk about library books, parents, hullabaloos, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because my mom was very upset by this book because it has a naked little boy running down the street. She was like, my kids, they don't need all that. I still have the book though.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to give it to my children, Deborah's children. I thought about giving it because everybody's having kids, and I'm just like, I don't know if I'll have kids or not. I like the idea. I also just feel like, I don't know. As of right now, things have to be done before that I could feel comfortable bringing kids in the world, Just on my end, whatever. Mike's end too, but blah, 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 blah. But I still have the book. My mom made such a thing because it's a naked little boy. It's the cutest, sweetest little book because it's about.
I vaguely remember the outrage because
Yeah.
this was part of when I was very churchly. And just a little side note, I just want to say I feel like the more Christian I was, the less empathy I had. Because there
Let
was
me.
always
I'll be right back. I'm gonna bring it because it's super cute.
okay.
Talking into my headphones like that matters.
Okay. Side note: when I was very Christian, I felt like I had less empathy. But now that I kind of look at the world a little bit wider, and I've kind of separated myself from that world, I suddenly find myself a lot more empathetic, less judgy, and a lot less blaming everything on sin and everything else. Lot less judgmental. I don't know if you can show the picture because YouTube and Twitch might get upset about it.
Are you telling me I have to worry about that here too?
Probably.
I'll do a quick flash. Or
Do
is that bad
put
too?
your thumb over anything that looks like it could be suggestive.
Well, it's 2 round circles. They're clearly a child's buttocks.
Put your thumb over it just to be safe.
His balls are not hanging out, in case you're wondering.
I would hope not. Although I do remember a potty training book that was a little bit like it had anatomical correct stuff, and I was like, that's kind of weird.
Hold on. Jesus. I can never figure out.
Yeah.
Ooh!
Ah! But I mean, that's not terrible. Look,
No.
do you know how many times as a youth? Actually, not as a youth. I remember I was probably, I think it was 5th grade, playing Truth or Dare with my friends, and always the dare came out as to run naked down the street. That was always a dare.
Same.
Now,
I feel like
granted,
that never changed.
at my age now, if I saw a little kid run down the street naked, I'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah. Something horrible has happened.
But I get the ridiculousness as a youth, exploring your body, trying to figure out what the fuck the world is and what's going on, and daring people.
This whole book is basically just, oh my god, we're a booze reviewing channel and I'm reviewing a book, a child's book right now. But it's basically
You put
a
it in front of
mom,
us, we'll give it a review.
a mom telling her kid no, the whole book, and then at the end being like, I love you. And like, even though
That's wholesome. That's wholesome.
yeah, it's a damn good book. It's a damn good kid's book.
As a child, you push boundaries trying to figure out right from wrong.
And it's just basically being like, yes, I've had to tell you no a lot lately, but I still love you. It's just basically every kid goes through that, like, oh, do you love me? Because you keep telling me no, and you keep. It's just kids have to learn too that it comes from a place of love, and not just like I just enjoy telling you go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But I love the book, and I was like, everybody's been having kids, and I'm like, do I get rid of it? Do I hope I have kids? If Deborah has kids, like, but it's like, it's a good book. It's a good book.
Right now, I feel like if anybody's gonna have kids, it's gonna be you before Deborah.
It'll be an accident. I can tell you that.
I'm just saying, you are at least in a relationship.
Oh, we were looking at venues and stuff. I'm cloud 9 about it. But
real quick.
Good book. Cause it's the book that sunk 1,000 ships or whatever.
It sunk 1,000 ships. It's a
At
hell of
least got
Troy.
my mom into a meeting with the librarian and the principals at my kindergarten class.
Oh. Diane, do you want to see a preview of the shop real quick? I played it at the beginning.
Yes, I told
Well,
you to
let's-
send me one before. And
I
you
sent
didn't.
you one.
I didn't get diddly poop.
Oh. Here's a preview of what Pink Street Tattoos and Piercings looks like. We're still not done setting up, but this is a sneak preview as you walk in the door. Look at that. See that display case? Hand built.
Lived in my garage.
Mm-hmm.
Not my garage, but
There's
my
all the
parents'
flash
garage.
on the walls, and our signage is up.
Oh, I have to be so bad.
That's just a little sneak peek of what the shop looks like as you walk in. Diane's gonna run away to go pee. But yes, Pink Street Tattoos and Piercings is. We are getting so close to opening. We are just a few weeks out, and we're gonna do some live streaming there. We do live stream with some tattooing. We do live stream with some piercings there. I'm gonna be piercing. Kurt's gonna be tattooing. It's gonna be family fun for us because I support my kids and I want them to succeed in life and do everything that they dreamt of doing. Life is short. We're going to die and we're going to be put in the ground at some point. So why not do everything you can to support those that you love, your children, or whoever you love, whatever it is. Just give them the love, give them the support, and do everything you can. It's just be the best person you can be and be supportive. And you know what?
We've never lost our sense of what's truly important. The great taste of Charleston Chew.
And that is the meaning of life by Reverend JP. Thank you. Some children are slamming doors in my hallways. Son of a bitch! No, I don't know. But yeah. My train of thoughts have completely derailed. You want to see me get knocked out in a fight? And that is why I have neck problems. Yeah, that sucked. My neck hurts on a regular basis. It was terrible. I did stand-up comedy the next day. Hey, look, Diane's back. Oh, I clicked that too soon. Look, I just played this. That's why I have neck problems.
We were talking about that the other day.
But you know what?
We've never lost our sense of what's truly important. The great taste of Charleston Chew.
No. For real though, me and Deborah were talking the other day about like how thank God your mother wasn't there. Because we've been talking about, Jesse's thing coming up.
Yeah.
And I was like, if your mom was there, she would have fucking just fucking parted the fucking sea, ran up there like your mom would have been.
I thought she went to that one.
The one you got knocked down? No.
I don't know.
No, she wasn't there for that one. She was there for the first one.
One I dislocated my shoulder,
Yes.
and the one I won.
Yes. But she wasn't there for that one. And I just remember being like, you know,
Well,
praise hail whoever.
but you know what?
Never lost our sense of what's truly important. The great taste of Charleston Chew.
You would have woken up to your mom over your body, just rocking you back and forth, being like, she probably would have already tried her best to beat the shit out of the guy. Like,
that was nuts.
mom is not emotionally capable of handling watching that happen to her son and not just fucking beelining it.
I found something interesting.
Hmm.
I saw a chat from Vegas that said, "Oh, hi," and I think when I play the video clips, it screws with the chat on here.
Hmm.
The end. But Diane, before we get to the final review, you said you had some ranting to do. And go. Johnny Depp
Well-
and her verdict. You told me you had a rant.
I did have a rant, but I just don't know how much I care anymore. I'll say
God
what I was
damn
gonna.
it.
I'll say what I was gonna say anyway.
Okay.
But here's my thing: is I think it's a dangerous game to be telling people that they should be afraid.
Someone came in my room and stole all my fucking medical marijuana, dude. All my fucking shit's gone. I don't have fucking anything. Everyone took my fucking shit.
What?
I don't know where my shit is. My shit's fucking missing.
This
It's
is
not
a
in the spot I
this is a
put
mute
it. Someone came in my
conversation.
room and took all my shit. I don't have fucking anything. Someone came in and stole all my fucking shit. And no one has any fucking answers.
All right. We're live right now. I'll come out there right after this. There you go. There's a rant. I have no idea what just happened exactly. I don't know who took his stuff, but yeah, that just happened. Dan, Johnny Depp Amber Heard verdict.
Don't let anybody let you tell you that you should be afraid to tell your story. That's all I'm saying. I feel like there's been like a lot of perpetuation of like, oh, well, ladies are going to be afraid to tell whatever, like to tell their stories because of a fucking defamation case. And I'm like, that's such a harmful thing to push, and a harmful thing to tell people is okay to not stand up for yourself and not. To me, the backwards step that happened here is that both sides, whether it's, oh, people won't want to say anything because of Amber, or oh, people won't want to say anything because of Johnny, I think it's both disgusting, and it's pushing a negative thing that I think is really upsetting.
That I was thinking that's something I've thought about too. Is so it does sound like a lot of stuff Amber Heard did was inaccurate, but at the same time, the way things have been portrayed in the media, it's like take this man's side, which
No, I feel like it's been take a side, period.
Yeah, because I've been on the side where I've had a girlfriend that has been ridiculous to me and has tried to choke me in a corner, and lots of horrible things have happened. So I get the idea of take back the reputation thing. I didn't do these things. I definitely agree with that on Depp's side. And I feel like the big problem that this case has presented is now there's going to be a less belief on women's side because women's rights are being trampled on left and right. And
But that's a disgusting thing. People keep saying that, and I'm like, everybody's normalizing it. Though they're just like, oh, don't expect much because of this, and I'm like, stop telling people that they shouldn't try. That's all I'm hearing
if you're
from both sides, and I'm like, it's disgusting. Like, if you're really an ally, why would you sit there and be like, oh, well, guess whose rights got set back? Like all this time, it's like, what do you mean? What are you telling people?
Yeah, everybody like. I don't have faith in the system as it is, but do everything you can to get yourself out of that situation.
The best I can say, because I thought about it for a while, and I was just like, people were just like, well, it really is an issue because people are going to be afraid and blah 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 blah. But I'm just like, it was a defamation case between two celebrities.
Hey Dan, let me set you on this thing and let you go on a rant. I want to go check on the situations.
Okay. In my head, it's like, okay, so there's this issue. Both sides are making it like you should be afraid. You should be afraid to tell your story because you might not get the justice, you might not get the outcome you want, whatever. And I just feel like when I came out about my abuse, people did not believe me. It broke my fucking heart, but I'll be damned if somebody tells me that my voice was not the loudest it's ever been at that point. So it's frustrating to me to hear people just be like, you should be afraid, you should be afraid. Do I wish everything turned out right? No. I mean, yes. But like, I don't know. You got to do stuff for yourself. And it's just kind of crazy to be like, because of this, you should feel like you're less than. And because of this, you shouldn't feel like you have the right to talk. And I think it's disgusting. I think it's really disgusting. And I hope people this whole community shit is bullshit. Like, look out for yourself, for the fucking love of God, people. Like, look out for yourself. And like, when I first was going through my struggles, I was so desperate to find somebody who had been through similar, circumstances, and who had been through, whatever. And I ended up telling this girl, and turns out she had Munchausen's and was a fucking habitual liar. She used it against me, weaponized the whole fucking thing. Like, fake allies are out there. You gotta you gotta look out for yourself. And I feel like a lot of these people who are getting swept up into this, and a lot of these people who are going to feel like they can't talk, don't have anybody, and are looking for somebody. Like I was in that moment, and I'm just like, people will take advantage of you. And I'm just like, don't put all your eggs in the Amber Heard basket. Like, I don't know. If somebody told me that my journey was going to be so hard, I wouldn't have done it. And I don't know where I'd be. And it's just really frustrating to hear two people supposed to be one side of the same coin, basically, but they're the same thing. It's the same thing. Being like, oh, ladies are going to be afraid because this lady lied. And then it's like, oh, well, ladies are going to be afraid because this guy overtook whatever. And I'm like, that's disgusting. We should be teaching our people that what is right is to stand up for yourself. Period. don't let this other shit sway you. That's crazy to me for everybody to be like, oh, well, what does this mean for females? And what does this mean? You stand strong no matter what. It really breaks my heart, seriously, because I feel like you're right. You're supposed to live, and it doesn't. It sounds like it problems, Justin.
Yeah, I don't even know exactly what was happening, but things were found. I think Jesse misplaced something and pulled a knee in. But everything is in its place. There was a bunch of unnecessary yelling. So Kurt fixed the problem. Hey, Maverick. So what was I missed entirely?
My whole thing was just like, don't let anybody tell you should be afraid, period. Others, whatever side, pro women, no women, whatever. You stand up for yourself, you do what's going to help you. Yeah. And don't let anybody tell you that you need to speak out louder than you are. And don't let anybody tell you that you...
If you are being wronged, stand up for yourself.
My thing is, it's just crazy that people are saying, like, basically, like, well, you should feel like you've been set back. Everybody should feel like all women should feel like they've been set back because fucking Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
I don't think Amber Heard is the issue with women being set back. There's a whole other thing going on right now that I'm not going to get into because I have lots of thoughts on, and people are going to disagree with, and I have a penis. But either way, there's a lot of other things that are bigger issues than what Amber Heard and Johnny Depp are doing.
Granted, I'm just saying it's a bad, and even men, women, whoever's been abused by anybody, I think this is a bad precedent as far as how it's been handled.
Huh?
We're gonna go to the shop tomorrow?
Yeah.
What time?
I don't know, but we're live.
Yeah, I know.
I was thinking maybe 10 or 11. After I walk Mallory, and Dominique's gonna go with her.
All right. Mom's gonna take your car up there too when you go.
Oh, she's going to?
My shelf and those other things. And then yeah, I don't know. Mom was gonna come at the same time as us, but Grandpa said, "Sorry, it's last minute, but I need to talk to you." So I don't know. He never says shit like that. So
yeah,
pretty concerning, I guess.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, in the morning. So I don't know.
Okay, go take care of that in the morning. We'll go. If we have to go at 12, we'll go at 12. More life situations on the Best of the Bottom podcast.
All I'm saying is everybody wants to be negative about shit, and people want to pretend to be your allies, and people want to pretend to be your friends. Watch out for yourself. Because I don't know shit about Amber Heard. All I know is both of them are... I don't give a fuck to support any of them. Both of them seemed like crazy fucking... I can't be bothered with either of them anymore. But I do not like how this is all of a sudden a women's issue or a like abuse issue like that, to where it's like, oh, well, now she's ruined it she hasn't ruined shit for nobody.
No.
And that idea that everybody keeps pushing is like what's really setting women back. Yeah. And what's really setting all of us back is the idea that you can be set back by a fucking defamation case. That is the craziest thing that everybody keeps pushing. You need to stand up for yourself. Yes, bitch, you the boss, blah, 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 blah. But the second fucking Amber Heard loses a case, oh, women can't stand up for themselves anymore. Like, you can't. Why would you want to? She lost a fucking case.
I mean, but the big problem
is disgusting.
Is there's a lot of stuff she said that was false. It was proven
No.
false. But
I feel like you don't get what I'm saying. My
No.
thing is, don't push that on people.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm saying too. Is like
They're normalizing the idea that, okay, a failing the justice system is never going to be correct. Any fucking man-made thing is never going to work. But unfortunately, you never know until you try. And if it's pressing on you, and if it hurts you, and unfortunately, with certain things, you have statutes of limitations.
Yeah.
We should never be telling people that they should feel like they can't talk about those issues.
Yeah,
and that's all I've seen from both sides.
Yeah, you should stand up for yourself, no matter who's being abused
or not abused.
Yeah,
it's just it's about you.
Yeah.
Don't ever like it's just like if I had somebody telling me that it wasn't worth trying because men were gonna ruin it for me, or something was gonna ruin it for me. If I knew what would have happened to me when I started going on my story, I probably wouldn't even said it.
Well,
but it's just like to pretend that like you're not strong, or like no matter what happens to you, you stood up for yourself. Even fucking say we believe Amber Heard. Instead of being like, I stood up for what was right, and she went straight to like, what does this mean for the rest of us? Blah, 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 blah. Instead of being like, stand up for yourself, blah, 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 blah. Like, I think a real ally and somebody who was innocent would have done.
Yeah.
It's just like, because she got trashed, but if she really didn't do it, why are you going to drag a whole movement down with you? For what? Oh, yeah. We all got set back up. Fuck you. What a shitty fucking thing to say to other women and other people going through shit. You know what? It doesn't matter, because guess what? I fucking lost my defamation case. I just think it's disgusting. I think everybody's disgusting on both sides, trying to make it like.
The problem I have is how it's as much entertainment it's given me. There's also the whole idea of, remember the South Park episode with Britney Spears? That's kind of what this feels like in real life.
I don't think it's that.
Well, I feel like it's that in the sense that a lot of us are sitting here getting off on watching these two people's intimate, every detail of their lives being thrown out there in all the fucked up glory that it is. Because it's just like there's a lot of personal things that were put out there that someone that, like, it didn't need to be so televised. There's no reason why this couldn't have been a little bit more low key.
It just feels like two people. I don't know. I just can't stand the whole thing. I'm officially over it. And I really hope, like, if there's people out there feeling like, oh, I can't do anything because of this, like, that they look at themselves and realize, like, it's not about people telling you you can't do this because we're not there yet politically or blah, 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 blah. You tell people, do what you're feeling. And if it's pressing, I just can't believe that people are pushing the like that's a good excuse not to protect yourself and not to put put yourself first and do whatever. And then they want to pretend like they're allies of women or allies of victims of this shit. And it's like, you're not. You're telling us that we shouldn't say shit because of a fucking defamation case.
I have a big issue with the word ally because
That's the only word that I have because that's the only
no,
word that
well, no, I
crazy
get
thing.
no, I'm not
That's
saying
what
like
you say.
yeah, I know, but I get a problem. I have an issue with the people. It's always it's always people that propagate themselves as allies that are more doing things for, but that's a whole different. It's more of a virtue signaling issue that I have. If you're truly an ally, you don't need to tell people you're an ally because you're actively doing stuff to make things better, whether it's for gay people, women, black, Mexican, whatever you are classified an ally for. Or you know what you could just do? What is my motto? Don't be a dick. You could just treat people like human beings because everybody has the right to be happy and to do what makes them feel content as long as you're not causing harm to another person. A true ally doesn't need to tell you they're an ally. They just support the people that they love, whether they're black, they're white, they're Mexican, they're of Asian descent, they're gay, they're trans, they're, I don't know, whatever the fuck. They're just there to support and love. But anyways, that's my random rant. I have a problem because I always see this ally shit on social media, and almost every single time the so-called ally ends up being a piece of shit, and all these allies end up making things worse than the actual problem at hand.
Everybody's woke until they ask their one black friend to sing the N word for them. Everybody, like, I think that's hilarious because everybody's like, oh, look at those white girls being woke. They have the one black person in the room saying the N word for them. Like, there's all kinds of like shit where I'm just like, woke people aren't as woke as they like. If the word woke means what the word woke means, woke people aren't as woke as they think they're being. I've never met a person who calls himself woke who's actually been woke.
No.
It's just like, wow, way to be slightly less offensive. Cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Everybody's woke till that girl that you were hitting on says sexual assault. Like, that's what I feel like woke is.
true. Woke culture is a farce, much like most stuff in is a farce. There's there's being woke, and then there's just being aware. Look, I know in my life, I I think the most important thing you can do as a human being is think back to the stupid shit you have done and realize that was some stupid shit, and this is the reason why it was stupid, and I shouldn't have done that. And you need to re-examine your own life and your own actions, not that guy's actions or this girl's actions or somebody else's actions. You need to look at your own actions and realize why that was stupid, why that was bad. And if everybody just looked at their own actions, the world would be better. And you know who wouldn't have to police other people's actions? Is the so called woke people or the whatever people or the if you self-policed yourself a little bit, you'd realize get outside your fucking circle, and then you can help realize why you're wrong. Because nobody's fucking right. Nobody. Day in and day out, I think about shit I've done and been like, You know what? I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. I whether it's recent or all the way back to my youth. And I realize why I did things that were wrong and realize I might have done some of those things because I hate certain things that I see in myself. A mirror is there for a reason, and it's not just for vanity. The end.
Good night. This is Reverend JP
Yes.
with Dilly 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 Poop Radio.
Yes. Diane, what do you think of this beverage that we're drinking?
Well, I imagine it's what Amber Heard tastes like.
That is fucked up.
Oh, I like that. That's fucked up. I was trying.
Don't you do not be gaslighting me. No. Every time I'm having joy, you want to piss on my parade.
No. That's not what's happening.
Hang on, real quick. Here's our scale. Is it a main eventer? Is it 5 out of 5? Is it an upper mid card? Is it 4 out of 5? Is it mid carder? 3 out of 5? Is it lower mid card 2 out of 5? Or is it just a fucking jobber? Why do you want to trigger me? Look, I had a realization the other day. I have not drank a Bang energy drink since we did the Bang Hard Seltzer episode. I have not been able to bring myself to purchase a Bang product. Or Vital RX, I think is their corporation name. But the situation is, like I get trying to trigger me, and I don't know.
I would love to brain trigger Dominique because I just imagined like the force field that would go up.
Wait, what?
I want to try, and I'm gonna try and what's it called?
Trigger?
What am I doing? Not trigger. Jesus Christ. That sounds like never mind. What's the word?
I will choose Bang every day.
What's it called? Gaslighting.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and gaslight your girlfriend.
She's watching this. She knows your plan now.
Well, guess what doesn't exist anymore? The whole field of nursing, medical doctors, and
what?
I'm taking away your whole jobs. I'm gaslighting. You think I'm not going to aim for the top?
That doesn't work, though.
Why not? The whole point of gaslighting is you're making somebody feel crazy. If I can get enough people to believe that you don't exist, your whole field doesn't exist. The whole point of gaslighting is you have to have the mindset where that works.
But the thing is you're not even targeting what she actually does because you don't know.
I don't know what she actually does.
Exactly.
As soon as I find out, I'll see you. I don't know. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have fun. I love gaslighting. It's my favorite thing. I suggest people do it, but not seriously. It's a fun joke to have amongst friends.
Gaslighting is a joke amongst friends.
I really feel like it is, dude. There's a shortage of French fries. I was just like, I was going to tell my fiance, what the fuck is a French fry?
Actually, the last few
That's
times that
fine.
I went to the
That's-
store, the French fry situation is fine. It's baby
That's
formula.
pandemic jokes.
Yeah.
Gaslighting. What are you talking about?
Oh, hello. Rick's wait. Reich Sky Alex. Why hello. Thank you for joining. Unfortunately, you're coming towards the end of this. Wait, that sounded wrong.
May I also say
You've jumped in towards the end. But thank you for joining.
I'm extra emotional and I'm extra whatever.
A juggalo is not a thing, it's a way of life, apparently.
Facts. That's how I know not to rubberneck. Y'all learned that from accidents. I learned that from juggalos. How many times, dude? That's how I know not to rubberneck.
We're on our final review.
Y'all went to traffic school for that. ICP.
Yeah. What? I don't know. Diane,
What?
I want your thoughts. Your real
I
thoughts.
can't hear you. I'm sorry. My thing is coming
Get some
in
better
and out.
headphones.
You want me to
What are your actual thoughts on this beverage? The people want to know.
things like this make me think we should have presentation as points. Because this is like a Miz. This is like a
So you're saying we need a Drew
Flair.
We need
It's
a Drew
beautiful.
So we need a Drew Gulak PowerPoint presentation.
What we're looking at here is beautiful.
Oh, the can is lovely. I love the can.
It's
it
flat
makes
as
my
shit.
eyes jizz.
Let's pus. Go to the it actually doesn't taste very pineapple-y, which I think is a plus.
Okay.
Because it's not artificial pineapple-y. It tastes tea-ish. I think it's I would say it's below what it's not main eventer, but right below.
Upper mid card.
Upper mid card.
I will let that go with an upper mid card. Because I was thinking, depending on okay, so if you're calling up a bunch of your friends and you're a bunch of hooligans and you just want to get pissed, drunk, and act a fool, this might be decent enough, but are you going to enjoy it? Is it really worth the extra amount of money? Or are you going to go with like a 30 pack or something else and just get fucking shit faced, hammered, ridiculous? But if your friends are a little classier, you're going out for brunch or something nice, you want to catch a good buzz because some of the people that are there you don't necessarily want to deal with. So you want to get something that's potent but not too ridiculous. This would definitely be a min event situation because you look classy, but at the same time,
It's true.
You're catching a solid buzz. So this is like the upper main eventer that can kind of go for. This is the Dolph Ziggler of beverages. Like it hangs out in the mid card level, but it can easily go up and chase that title. It doesn't win the title except for once, but it can
I have
go
a
up
question.
there. Yes.
Did I fuck up by saying Miz is a mid Carter or like a upper mid Carter? Because that's who he is to me. But now that I think about it, he's got his own reality TV show and does whatever.
Yeah, no, Miz is
The Real
kinda
World or whatever he did before Road Rules, I can't remember.
Real World, but the Miz is kind of mid card, upper mid card. He's been a WWE champion, but he's kind of twice. Uh, the Miz has his place. I love the Miz, but I can see the detractors because his in ring ability is not great, but he's good on the mic. The proper like MJF is like the Miz but better. Like it's like the Miz with skills.
I saw a small portion of his and his wife's show. She fell into a pool and her titties fell out.
What?
And, and she was just like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I was like, yeah, I get it. What's her name? Maurice? Is that her?
Maurice.
Maurice.
Maurice. She's French Canadian. Not a positive attribute.
It still could be Maurice then, but I don't know.
But this is a solid upper mid Carter. It's 4 out of 5.
4 to
I'm
5.
content.
You're getting 4 in a pack.
Mhm.
We shared, so remember that as well.
Yeah, we drank 2 and I feel great.
I feel pretty damn good.
Yeah, I know I'm French Canadian. That's why I said that.
See, that attitude, he's the most French Canadian. I'm like only like same amount French Canadian actually as him, but
you missed the comment about being the worst thing you could be as French Canadian.
He's not wrong.
But
At least in America.
No, in Canada as well. And the rest of the world. Although, honestly, I think being American might be worse than being French Canadian.
Exactly. It's awful to be French Canadian in America. French Canadian everywhere else, probably like I would say second. Americans first, French Canadians second.
That makes sense to me. But we need to wrap up this podcast.
Yeah, for real.
Goodbye. We're good. You don't have that power. I have that power.
Well, I have to pee very badly too again. I
But,
can't.
we covered some important ground here. This is a 4 out of 5. Be as gay as you want to be. And you know what? Don't be a dick. Unjustly. And this has been Best of the Bottom. The bottom class. Actually, the unjustly thing might sound. You can feel just. All right. What I mean by unjustly. Oh, fuck. You know what? Don't be a cunt. Don't be hateful for no reason. Because there's times to be a dick and so on and so forth. Just, be respectful to other people. Everybody's going through some shit. We're all going through some shit. But thank you for watching this podcast and us being complete dumbasses. And occasionally speaking some truths, maybe, possibly. I don't know. Thank you for joining us. Bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. We drink cheap booze, and you can too. If you would like to, please go ahead, like, share, subscribe, click that notification if you're watching us here on the YouTube. But if you're watching us live, give us a follow. If you'd like to subscribe, we'd appreciate that too. We do have some delightful emotes. There's some more stuff we're working towards in the future, but right now I'm trying to get a tattoo shop up and running. And I keep saying we're going to do stuff in the future. And then we do some stuff for a little bit, and then we fail, and we fall back, regroup. But either way, we appreciate some support, and we'd like to bring some better stuff to you guys. We love you. I'm going to do some gaming eventually. It'd be great, because we're right here on twitch.tv/bottom class, and the YouTube channel, it's Bottom Class Entertainment. Looks up there. We don't have enough subscribers yet to have our own domain name, but if you keep following us, we'll get there. We'll get to 1,000 or however much it's supposed to be, and then we can have our own, YouTube/bottom class, whatever it is, whatever you got to do. Help us out. We'd appreciate it. We have a website, Paraco Productions, at paracoproductions.com. And you know what? There's our Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Bottom Class, which is technically my social medias because Diane isn't great at doing stuff, but we do stuff occasionally on those channels together. And it's fun and it's delightful because we're siblings and, joy, love, and happiness. That's pretty much all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you didn't, leave a comment below. We love you guys. And we will see you next time. Bring it in.
Tasted pretty good.